I see that. Oh, hello, Lieutenant. I'm Major Kira Nerys, and this is my colleague, Chief of Security, Constable Odo. We will be debriefing you after your away mission today. So, Lieutenant, how did it go? Could you tell us what you've learned? You don't know where to begin. Well, how about, can you provide more detail about the local inhabitants? What kind of culture do they have? Okay. Are they a threat to Deep Space Nine or the Federation? That's very good news, Lieutenant. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Continue. They seem like a very peaceful people. How long were you down there for? I see. Yes. Were you able to gather any information that might be useful for future missions in that area? Okay, that's very good. Yeah. Okay, and any observations of the terrain, environmental factors, any specific geography of the area? All right, that's good. You found some natural formations and numerous obstacles. This is very useful. Continue, please. Can you elaborate? Okay, difficult terrain, right? Various boulders, caves. Okay, that sounds a lot like... Yeah, I think so too. Okay, how about any weather patterns that could affect future missions? Did you notice anything unusual that could impede future visits? You can check your notes, that's fine. All right. Yeah, please go ahead. Storms. All right. Both rain and thunder. Okay. Let me enter this into the computer. Okay. And can you show me on the map here whereabouts it was that you noticed these? Thank you. And at different times of the day, was there any pattern to it that you noted down? All right. Thunderstorms in the evenings, okay. And you say that there was rain to accompany this too? All right. And how about wind? Okay, roughly how fast? Okay, this is great. All right. And in the mornings, how was the weather? Sandstorms, right? Erratic. Okay, very good. And whereabouts on the map? Can you show me where you were in the mornings? Just here? Okay. Okay, one moment while I just talk to Constable Odo. Yeah, this is very, very detailed. I think it's a good report. What do you think? Do you think we need more information from them? Yeah, I think so too. It's starting to sound a little bit like the ambitions from starting to but yeah, I think so too. I really do. Maybe we should ask you more. Just to be sure you know. Okay. Thank you. Just a little more information if I could. Was there any lightning to accompany the thunderstorms? Or was it just thunder? Okay. And what color was the lightning? Purple, right. Okay, and was that every day? Okay. And the sandstorms in the mornings? Yes. Did you detect a particular direction that the sandstorms were coming from? Okay, that's very good. Okay, and you say around this area? Okay, and here in the mornings? Here in the evenings? That's wonderful. All right. This information proves very useful. Of course, we can use it in the future to organize missions in the same area effectively, plan routes, choose landing sites, and prepare for potential hazards. I trust you've written all of this in your report. Very good, Lieutenant. Now, how did the rest of your team perform during the mission? Well, did anyone stand out for their bravery or quick thinking? Okay. Good. That is quick thinking. I'll note that down. Okay. Okay, you want to add that, all right? Do you think it could I'll make a note of their name. You encountered some unexpected resistance from the local inhabitants? What kind of resistance? Did you encounter any casualties? One of the team members was injured and had to be transported back to the station. Was it the one you just mentioned? All right. I will speak to Dr. Bashir later to check in on their condition. Okay. And how about political and social dynamics? Did you learn about the local political and social climate? All right. Please be sure to include any information on power structures, rival fractions, or cultural customs that could affect future missions. All right, very good. Yes. Oh, really? That could contradict what I already have in the computer. Huh. What do you know? I'll make a note of that. Can you believe that? From the last mission. Oh, yeah. That's so strange. Okay. All right. Please continue. Very good. This is imperative information. Very good job, Lieutenant. Understanding these dynamics could be critical for successful diplomacy or intelligence gathering. We don't want to upset anyone. Okay. And were there any diplomatic implications of your actions during the mission? Do we need to worry about alienating potential allies? Okay, that's good. That's good. Any ethical considerations that came up during the mission? All right. And how did your team handle them? All right. Very good, Lieutenant. That's what we like to hear. All right. Anything else you can tell me? You still can't think. How about resource availability? What were your findings? Well, did you find any raw materials, energy sources, strategic positions that could be used in future operations? good. Uh-huh. Okay, and what's more, could you show me on this map where you found those? Okay, right here. Alright. Okay, yes, and here. Perfect. Okay, that's very useful, thank you. Very good. Good report, yeah. That's good. Yeah, I don't know why. Alright. That's all very useful, Lieutenant. This kind of information is imperative for future missions in the same area, minimizing risk and maximizing the chances of success, of course. Right. Can you think of anything more? A good point, Constable. Were there any issues with your equipment or technology you used during the mission? That's odd. I'll send a full report to Chief O'Brien as soon as it's finished here. That is odd. Yes, I can't really understand. Never mind. You still managed. Anything else that you made in your report? Oh. Did you note the local wildlife and plant life that you encountered? Yeah. Were there any local species that you feel could pose a threat, for example? Okay. All right. Yeah, it sounds like a quadrant. Yeah. Okay, and how did they look? Yeah, see, told you. Right. I think I know the species you're talking about. It sounds very familiar. Any that provide opportunities for scientific study? Okay, and how about the plant life? Alright. We'll send Keiko down to have a look. Okay, and as for the wildlife, I will forward this information to the relevant teams for potential encounters and to plan future research missions. And what about the mission objective? Were you able to accomplish what you set out to do? Very good. How would you rate the success of the mission overall? Well, were there any major challenges or setbacks that we need to address before the next mission? I see. Okay. Thank you for your honesty. I don't think that there's too much to worry about there, but I've made a note just in case. Just in case. It's always good to have all of these things written down. Okay, let me just enter that very quickly into the computer. All right. Yes. And I will quickly just consult with the constable before you leave. Was there anything else that you needed? Anything that we can think of? Yeah, I think we could be good. Okay, all right. Well, there was that. Maybe not. Yeah. You happy with the report? Yeah, no major concerns or... Alright. Yeah, you think we're great. Okay. Well, thank you for your report, Lieutenant. I'll make sure to include it in my official debrief to Commander Sisko. I will contact Dr. Bashir and Chief O'Brien also about the issues we discussed. Thank you, Lieutenant. You're dismissed.